Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to channel Chris. So today we're gonna start working on this this yellow 69 Ford Ranger we got outside. I don't know what the heck we're gonna do to it yet. I don't know what we're gonna do to it yet. We're gonna get the frame inside, start cleaning it up, and come up with a game plan. I'm pretty sure we're gonna do the Crown Vic swap to the front. Pretty sure we're gonna do that. Don't know how far we're gonna go with it. Not gonna do the 4.6. Gonna do, we got a 302, hopefully automatic. We're gonna try to go with that. I don't know. We got the frame setting outside. It's got a flat. We're gonna get a compressor together and a jack, and we're gonna roll that frame around, get it in the shop, and start coming up with some kind of game plan. So let's round up some tools and go out there and start messing that frame, seeing how we can get it in the shop. All right, guys, we're on the cart. I'm gonna cruise around to the back. We've got the compressor somewhere back there. Kathy might be back there somewhere. And we got the jack. Gonna roll around. See what all needs to be done to this thing before we can roll out with it. Hey, look, you can see old Lincoln sitting right there. Okay, we are here. Let's get some air in this tire. All right, guys, we made it over here. We got a little bit of air. It's probably gonna take about 2 of these to air up that tire, but let's get it aired up. Oh, sorry. Let me introduce you to the frame. This is the frame we're about to be working on. And this is yellow. So we're gonna fancy up this frame real good. Probably step notch the back, bag it. There's a Crown Vic to the front. This is the 302 we're using. It was a 3-speed. That one's got an automatic trans on it. We're gonna try to swap it out with this one. Don't know how that's going to work. We're going to try it out. So we're going to fix up this one, take that body off, set it on this, because the work's like already halfway done. So this is the job. This is what we're doing. So we're going to get air in this tire. This one's down. This thing's been sitting here for quite a while, and we've only got one flat tire, so these tires are holding air pretty good. We're going to air that one up. I've got the jack because it's really hard to wiggle this thing back into the shop, so we'll jack it up in the front, turn the wheels, and you know the deal, wiggle it in there. So put some air in this tire. See the camera. See the camera. All right, guys, we're under the truck here. We're gonna get a little bit of air in this tire. Sorry for the sounds I'm making. I'm fat and I'm stuck under a truck. Let's get some air in here. Hold on. You've done your job. I hope. Okay, so 1 tank, got a little bit of air in the tire. I think enough to get this son of a gun around to the shop. So it looks like I'm gonna try to go get a tow strap and hook the cart up to this thing and try to pull it around so we don't have to push it as much. I'll be back. Oh, there's a wasp. Oh, there's another wasp. Okay. I'm going to get a tow strap. I'll be back. I'm back. All right. Hey, how you work this dang camera? Oh, okay. Oh, it's going. All right. So, we're towing this thing. It's going pretty good. We're cruising in the cart. Yeah, she's rolling right along. See back there? No problem. This is easy. So we're gonna keep on pulling. We're gonna get up here in a minute, probably jack up the front and twist the wheels, hook up to it and pull it around the other way, get it lined up with the shop, try to get that thing in there. It's already kind of wanting to go that way, huh? But we really don't need it to. I need the front to point towards the shop. All right, we've got her halfway there. Can you sit back there? Yeah, got it halfway there. We're gonna run over here and get the jack up the front, turn the wheels a little bit, get that sound gun rolling into the shop that way. And this is going pretty good. All right, guys, we made it this close so far. Got it up to the door. We got it cut at a pretty gnarly angle there to try to get it in. Kathy's gonna bring the cart around. We're gonna hook up to it real short and try to pull that son of a gun up in there. Oh, dang, we need to adjust those brakes. They keep locking up. All right, she's going back into place. We're gonna get her hooked up and see if we can't get her in there. We got her all the way in, guys. That wasn't too bad at all. Had to wiggle it over a little bit so she's lined up in here nicely and out of the way from other work, because in case it takes a month or two or whatever to do this. Again, I don't know what we're going to do with it yet. Definitely Crown Vic front end. I don't know. We're going to figure it out. We got her in here. We're just going to come up with a game plan and start doing stuff. So, all right. I don't know what we're gonna do next. I'm gonna put the cart up, maybe take some lunch, because I'm getting hungry. Okay, let's go take lunch. All right, we're back out here this morning messing with it. I went ahead and pulled all the wires down. I know that it runs good. We drove it before we ripped it apart, but she's been sitting out there for a couple months. And I've had it covered up, but you never know. So I pulled everything off of it and just hooked up a couple things to the battery and went ahead and gave her a little start to make sure she's still running good, and she's still running good. So I put everything back on top. I'm taking some WD-40 right now and spraying down some spots so we can get these, spray the motor mounts and stuff. We're gonna get this motor off here, start cutting out the stuff. We're gonna do a Crown Vic cross member on the front so far. So while we got the motor out, we're going to clean it up, paint it up, make it look real nice. Let's see here. I do want to take note in case I need this later. There's something come off the transmission here. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure you guys do. There's a spring hooked to it. The spring goes up in there, hooks to it here. I'm going to take that spring off. That's about one of the only things left hooked up to this engine, to the frame. So we'll get that off. And then I got to run up the road to my buddy's house. I let him borrow my engine picker, cherry picker, whatever. And we're going to go grab that and get this thing off here. Okay, our oil pressure line is coming in down here right above the oil filter. There's a little nipple. That's for the oil pressure. See, we took off a couple things. We took off the alternator. The alternator's got a whole bunch of wires jumbled with it that goes to the battery. I kind of kept all that together for now. It goes in right here. Let's see, we took off the ground wire. The ground wire went into this nut right there into the side of the motor. That's for your ground. We about got everything stripped down. We got to take this exhaust off. We'll probably pull these plug wires and all that stuff off. Anything electrical or just wires, we're going to get the coil off and all this stuff. That way she'll be bare. We can pressure wash it and get it painted, make it look good. Okay, we got a group of wires here we're taking off. It came from up on the top of the motor. It was like laying up in here, and we had this sensor just laying there, and then there's these little caps that look like they go to other heat temperature sensors or something like that. I don't know where they go just yet, but they were laying on the top. We'll figure it out later. They go down this whole wire loom right here. It ran around the valve cover, and then it came down And then it just goes to this little pigtail. I think that goes inside the cab. So I might be wrong, but I think that goes inside the cab. The only thing left attached to the car is this green wire, and it's going to this big group of wires here. It's wire nutted in. This green one didn't go to nothing anyways. I don't know. No, maybe it did. Maybe it provided some type of, it provided power, I think, to this whole group right here. So that's our main power to this whole group. So we'll just make sure we put that green wire back with these. Okay, plug wires. These things are kind of labeled 1, 2, 3, but this goes to 5. I think it was supposed to be 4. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That might not be right, but that's what I'm going with for my memory. So we're going to take off, let's see, 1 right here comes up and it goes right here. Let's see, actually I'm just going to draw a picture of this. Okay, we're going to pull off the carb. This was our main fuel feed-in line right here. We got a vacuum line in the side by this front bolt. It just wraps around, comes all the way to the front to the distributor cap for the vacuum advance there. So that's that. We got a spring right here that's connected to our throttle. It comes and it's just hooked to this little tab right here. So we're going to take that off. And then let's see, around in the back, we've got our PCV line going in the back there. And I believe that's all that's hooked up to that. We've got 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and this whole carburetor will come off. Alright guys, we got the motor mount unbolted, we got the drive shaft unbolted, we got everything detached from the engine. She is bare and looking small there, but we took it out yesterday, pressure washed it off real good, got everything cleaned up, the whole frame, and she's just sitting there floating now. The bolt to the transmission mount right there is unhooked. I think she's ready to go. We're going to go ahead and pull these valve covers off real quick and check out inside, see what it looks like. And we'll probably leave those off because we're going to get some new valve covers or paint those or something. So let's go ahead and pull one off and see what it looks like. And then we're going to hook up to this right here and yank that thing out of there. But first, let's pull this valve cover off. Stay in place and see if we can get this one out there. There's a couple little cracks here. Alright guys, we got this thing in place. We've got it lined up. Man, that thing took like, I'd say about 10,000 cranks to get it up that high. So now that we got it up this high, we're gonna get this ready. So we're gonna take these chains and just put it into one of these holes in the head right here. Probably this one that's further away. And then we're gonna do the same thing over here to that. You see there's a hole. We're gonna find some bolts that will fit into there to get the back. And then we're gonna find a spot up front to do the same, probably on the, right there on the head's a spot, and right here. So that's probably what we'll do. And the reason why I'm doing it this way, in case you guys don't know, so that way when we pull it out and put it back in, we can, this thing right here cranks on the side and it tilts the motor like that right there. So we can get it this way, that way, in and out. If I would have did it sideways, there was no sense in tilting it like this. We can just rock it ourselves like that. So that's why I've got it lined up this way, in case you guys didn't know. Some of you guys already know. All right, let's find some bolts that fit that and get that thing in there, and we'll start cranking it up and getting that motor out. All right, this transmission provided us a nice little table. There's a little spider. Okay, you made it through that. You can live, buddy. All right. I'm going to start cranking on that thing and wiggling and jiggling and see what happens. Hopefully she'll come free. Okay guys, you can see we're getting close. We're up out of the motor mount there on this side also. We're pretty much out of there. I'm going little by little, make sure we're not catching anything. I know this transmission's going to drop back, so I need to crank this thing back a little bit more. And just watch our drive shaft there. I don't want all of our pins falling out all over the place. So we're just going to keep on cranking and wiggling and jiggling and get it out. Okay, there it goes. So she came free. All right, we'll lose the Okay guys, we got her pop free. I don't know if you saw that, but I just stuck my pry bar in there on that little transmission mount or cross mount, whatever the heck it's called. Popped it up. She's free. It's pouring a little bit of coolant out the front. Some of the stuff that was left back in it. Made a little mess under there. I'm gonna get some stuff and clean it up, and then actually I'll probably just let this drain. We'll go ahead and get this out of the way, and then we'll clean it up. Guys, I guess you saw that. Hopefully the fan isn't too dang loud in the background, but it is hot as heck to not have it running. So we're just gonna have to talk loud, or you guys might not even be hearing me. But the motor is out of there. Got her all out. She's just swinging and chilling in the breeze. We're gonna let her sit there and hang out for a little while, and then probably gonna go to AutoZone and get a bunch of primer and some Ford Blue and silver and some other stuff to make this thing look nice. Look at that. Alright, and all this is about to get cut out. That's going to be cut out. This whole middle area, the I-beams are coming out. It's going to be nothing but just this frame rail and this frame rail. We're going to take out the steering box. Disconnect those brake lines from that steering box bracket. Probably take that exhaust out for now to make room. So we're making pretty good progress. We haven't went and got any yet. Still got to run to the AutoZone and grab some. All right, we're back from O'Reilly's. We went and got our supplies. We got a couple cans of paint. We got some blue, some silver, I think some black for the frame, some of that rust barrier stuff for the frame, and we got an oil filter for the green Lincoln truck. Yeah, do an oil change on that, and yeah. So we got a coat of primer already on this motor. And then I had a little bit of silver on the shelf. I went and hit it like on the exhaust manifold and a couple other spots. Just kind of give it a first coat of some stuff. So, all right, let's get to shaking these new cans and lay down some silver. Okay, we've got her all painted up. We got the blue done and the silver. It's looking real good. We got all the plastic off. Had to do a little couple touch-ups in some spots, but she's looking all right. Just a quick little paint job. Left the whole intake up top silver. Some silver here on the front. You can see we got the pulley that goes on the water pump. We're going to do it blue, and then the fan is silver. The alternator is silver, and I just did the little fins on it red just to kind of contrast something cool. I'll show you right here. I just painted the fins on there red like that. Yeah, I think it'll look cool. It's looking good. We need to get a new oil filter. And for all you guys notice, I painted over my spark plugs. It's okay, we're changing those out. I taped up over a couple so we could get the part number off of it if we needed. And then we'll change those out. I didn't paint the transmission because I've got an automatic transmission out back we're hoping to use with this. If that won't work, you guys let me know before I waste a lot of time. So we got a 302 here. That is that was a 3 on the tree. They changed it to 3 on the floor. And I've got an automatic trans out back on the 302 that I was going to put on it. Hopefully, if that'll work. So then we'll paint that transmission up and make it look cool. Stick it on here. That's where we're at so far. And I thought of doing something cool with the frame, like the truck's yellow, so we're going to do the frame yellow too. That, I know, that is like a school bus yellow. It was all I had on the shelf of paints. So I just kind of did it to give me an idea of what it was going to look like. I would get more of like a pale yellow, kind of like the truck, to do the frame. But I don't know, that might be too much yellow. So we'll see. We'll see with that. This is what we've got going on right now. Tomorrow I'm probably going to start cutting all this out and getting it ready. You see, this morning I bought that Grand Marquis on the auction site. It should be here in a couple days. So we're going to go ahead and start cutting that out and getting it prepped, ready for that. Alright guys, we secured the Grand Marquis. We got it right here. We just picked it up. We got it for $800 plus some transportation and some other fees, but there she is, 120,000 miles. Everything's good. So there we go. We have secured our, it's actually a Mercury Grand Marquis, but it's going to do the same. There she is. Got it from Palm Coast, Florida. So we'll wait a few days. Hopefully she'll be here. We'll start cutting that son of a gun apart. Bloop, 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 bloop. Look, there's Kathy. Down the tunnel. Bloop, bloop, bloop. All right, fellas, I am out of breath. We got that son of a gun out of there. It was pretty easy. If you guys have never done it before, you can see right there on both sides, that will come back here, and you've got a big bolt, all that stuff there. You have a bolt there, okay? And then right under here, you've got one here, one on the other side. That goes to these here I-beams. There's one on each side, right there. And then, let's see, you had to take off your shock. This one just kind of broke, but on the other side, you can see over there, undo your shock. And then you got a couple screws here that hold your spring in. Okay, that will release all of that. And man, I think that was it. Oh no, we've got that little knuckle right there. It goes on the bottom of your steering box. Right there, it's splined. So you got to take a bolt off that and get that off. And then that was pretty much it. You got some brake lines. We just cut them. We're not worried about those brake lines. And she drops out. So that's your whole front end out, guys. You never done this before? Super simple. That took me about 15 minutes to get all that crap off there, pull it off and out. So our next step is going to be, we've got to remove these baskets here for our springs. You can see, I don't know if you can see, but there are some, oh crap, I can't think of the name of it, but yeah, these things right here. There's some of those in there. So I'll take my grinder and I'll grind across in it, or an X, you know, in it. And then I'll take my air chisel and just pop that off and take my hammer and knock those out. And and then this whole basket, we'll be able to take this whole basket off. This bracket will come off. Let's see what else. We'll go ahead and take the steering stuff off because we're not going to be using this. These are our motor mounts. We'll get those out of the way. We're not going to be using those. Then we'll take the plasma cutter and we'll come in and we'll cut out this whole engine cradle right here, or whatever the heck you guys call that thing, whatever it is. We're gonna cut right there with the plasma cutter in here, all the way down and on the other side. And there's some other stuff we got to do to the inside of that, but we'll figure it out when we get there. It's not gonna be too bad. She's coming along. I don't think I like that yellow on the frame. Man, I'm just not digging it. It's not looking good. I think we're just gonna do black. We'll see. I just did it for now to kind of, you know, for the next week or so we could get a feel, see if we liked it. But I don't like it already. We're gonna take that thing now, drag it all the way outside and get it out of the way, and that'll probably be it for the day. We got tires in for the green Lincoln truck out there. That's another project, but I don't know if you guys watched that project. We couldn't find any rims that fit that thing, so finally got some rims coming tomorrow, got the tires in today. We'll get those put on, and I might show you guys a clip of what that looks like. So let's go ahead and get this out. That'll be it for today. Alright, another little update. We've got this first basket off right here. You can see it's gone. I got it down here. It's set in right there. Oh, sorry. Set in right there. Pretty easy to do. Like I told you, there was a couple, 1, 2, 3, and then on the bottom there was one there, and maybe there. So I just took my grinder like I told you, made an X, popped them off, took my hammer, beat the hell out of it a little bit, and it came off. So that's about to be it for the day. I'm tired. When we come back tomorrow, we're going to take that basket off, and then we got the plasma cutter out. We used it to cut some stuff on that. I can give you an idea. So see this bracket right here? It's in the weight. There's one of these little rivets right behind that, and you really can't get to it. So I just took the plasma cutter, cut this thing off. We can get right to it. So on this side, you've got 1, 2, 3. Under here, you see. There's one somewhere in here, one there, and down here. And then beat the hell out of it with the hammer, it'll fall off. Then after that, we will cut this out also tomorrow and get this thing ready for the Crown Vic. I think that thing's coming in maybe in the next day or so. So we gotta be getting her ready for it. All right, that's it for the night. I'm going to take a shower. See you tomorrow. All right, we got this other basket off right here. Just knocked it off. Ian's getting those little clips holding the brake lines on, and then we're going to hook up to the plasma cutter and cut this center area out right here. All right, Ian's got that free. We're going to clean up a little bit and start cutting that thing out. Okay guys, you see we got that thing out of there. Man, that was like butter with the plasma cutter. This is my first time butter with the plasma cutter. Hey, that sounds good. Anyways, that's my first time ever doing it with one of those. I did the grinder the last few times. It was hell with the grinder. It takes like 635 wheels in like 3 or 4 days. It's terrible. Plasma cutter, we just cut right through there. Took it off. Now we got to get in here and clean all this stuff up now. You know, get all this out. We just went straight across to get the big thing out of there. And then we're going to go up in here along the edges, clean all this out, get it looking real good. And in fact, our kit came in today. I did not use Backyard Customs this time. I have used them in the past. They're excellent. But hold on, let me get this out of the box. Okay, I didn't use Backyard Customs this time just because I was trying a different product. Backyard Customs is, I don't know, maybe 120 or whatever. I don't remember how much it was, but I got these off eBay. They're the exact same. They had the, well, I wouldn't say the exact same, but they were 35 bucks for this kit. I can get it out of the dang box. Here we go. Looks very similar. Comes with all the parts, same parts. And I'll get this thing out. The brackets right here. It comes with this piece here. So all you got to do with this, I've done it in the past. Come around here, even with the camera. So you're just going to take this. You're going to set it. You know, you're going to you'll have it more measured in place. I'm just showing you right now for an idea, but you'll just set it here, and then we'll mark it with the pencil here. Mark it with the pencil on that side. Come right here and look in. Run to the back. Get to the back side. We'll just follow this line right here all the way down. So all you'll end up taking off is this top little chunk of metal right here. The bottom stays. This right here will slide down into place, and it will just fill that spot right there. All right, and then this other little piece that came with it is this. This is for your back arm to your from your Crown Vic front, and it's going to weld somewhere back in here. It'll be somewhere back in here, but it welds similar to something like this on there. And I may be wrong. It may be something like this, but heck, we'll figure it out when we get there. Something like that. All right. So we're going to keep cutting this out, get this cleaned up, and get it ready, and we'll mark it out and get our basket, our boxes put in. Alrighty, we got her all cleaned up. You can see up in there, you've got everything ground down. Let me see right there. It's all ground down, looking good. I didn't do nothing up with the top because we're going to cut that piece off anyways. There's no sense in me grinding that, wasting all my time on that. This side over here is looking good as well. She's all cleaned out. Tomorrow we're probably going to cut off the top and get our boxes mounted and start rolling in this. Oh, well, actually we've got to tear the Crown Vic apart first and get the front off it, but we'll have this thing ready. That's going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video so far. We're getting much closer, so yeah, if you like the video, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.